time for us to start in service of Asgard, which is one of the side quests in God of War Ragnarok. You should pick this up naturally as you're coming out of Nivelia. The dude around your hip gives it to you. We're going to start at Modvitnir's rig. Now, disclaimer here, I don't know what this undiscovered collectible is yet, so hopefully if you guys have collected it already, let me know exactly what that is and we'll see how we can grab it. Maybe it's something later on. Some of the collectibles do seem to be that way. In any case, enough of me rambling on. The first thing that we want to do is we want to drop this down. Grab ourselves some loot from there. Head on up to the top. I'm going to jump on over this way. Now, I did kind of have to reload an autosave just so I could get back to here. So the autosave kind of saved just after I've picked up one of the chests. So you guys will just have to be happy with the fact that the chest is there and you didn't really need me to show you it was there anyway. Hit this top bit. You're going to want to throw your axe out so we can deal with the... what is effectively this game's version of the Crystal Lizard. It's kind of interesting that they copied that. Grab that from here. If this isn't in place, we use the paddles on the side to turn the crane. Once we're over the other side, this is going to give us one of the... so this is going to be one of the lore tablets in the game. With that collected, you can go ahead and start moving this around. Should be 2 hits, I think, to get across once. And it's going to be a good idea to hit this 2 more times. Ooh, we're getting hit already. So that we can go over for the loot. Just we need to be rid of you. Now we can head on up the chain. Once we're at the top, we're going to have this big monstrous thing. The idea here is supposed to be to draw it upon ourselves so that we can explode some of the flammable parts that we have around the place.
Keep coming. It's a bear trap. Spawning a little wretched.
Come on, little monster. Going right up on the pot here. Actually, a little bit of health off for us. Actually, we could use rage as well, but let's just do it properly. Seems a bit of a shame we can't farm it for XP. So with that done, all we need to do is come over, press X, and that's this rig done. And so next up we have Radsvinn's rig. Obviously we've just done a bit of boating. Get up over here. Pretty simple to get up here, so I don't think you guys need to see me rowing the boat. Either way, we're going to head on up. A little bit of combat up here. Mostly, I suppose, the main reason to bother watching is that we're going to get all the collectibles. There's a lot of stuff we can throw around here, which is quite useful because there's going to be quite a few enemies. And kind of the more kind of take out using the environment, the kind of easier time you're going to have. These seem to like being quite evasive, so you just kind of have to deal with that. Rocks and stuff seem to help if we can get them close. Excuse me, sirs. Something to bear in mind is also just using Atreus' square. Very nice. He can just stun stuff for you. Just make sure to take advantage of that. So yeah, as you can see, Atreus contributing quite a lot to combat there. Okay, so once we're happy that all the enemies are dead, we can go ahead and start dealing with the chest, for example. So we're going to want to dig the gas blades into these two. You're going to want to bring a trace over this way. I'll get this with his arrows, so that we can do this one. Chest in. I'm going to come up this way. X out so we can hit that. Over to the other side, just to save us a bit of time for a second. I want to hit this.
One less feathery spy.
And then we could loot our chest. And then get this mine broken. Now for the third and final rig, which as you can see is slightly west of this island here that has this building on it, a little bit north of where we were previously. You'll need to knock the boat up this time at the side of the wood, just in case you haven't done that before. I figured I'd point that out. Then we can go ahead and climb the chain. A few things we need to do once we're up here then. The first thing is we want to drop
Bet we could swing across that,
this down a little bit.
thing.
There we go. Yeah, one drop it off the bottom. It's just going to make things easier in a second. The next thing we want to do is grab hold of this. Oop, one of the blades out. And yank this down. Oop. In addition to that then, we're going to... okay, I was a little bit off. We're going to leave it at the middle. We're going to have to go back around. I was hoping we could cut around. We have to have it at the bottom so we can cross in a second to get the red chest down there. Blow this up.
Well, experiment.
Maybe one of these is alive. You. Okay. Take a jump up here. Shotgun. And now it's probably safe for us to drop the gantry to the bottom. So it's done. Open the door. Just realised why we didn't get the really obvious raven. It's fine. I'll show you guys where it is, then I can save it for my all ravens video. Okay, cool. So yeah, then we'll climb on up the post.
Surprised the dwarves didn't shut these rigs off themselves.
One or two tried. The Einherjar made examples of them.
You have convinced them not to?
Aye.
So made a way around the little climbing frame we've got. We'll be able to jump on the fragile ground and make a hole. Bit of fighting down here. So be ready for that. Grab the rune. I'll jump across the chest. Okay. Now we'll grab this and fling it up. This will send the lift to the top. A bit higher for us now. Exit our hole. Go back to the wheel. So we want to lift the gantry to be second from the top.
That looks right.
Then we can head back up. Go on top of the lift. Cross. Start our climb.
Wasn't so hard.
A few enemies here before we can dismantle the mine itself. Enemies down, we can dismantle the mine. Only a little bit left for us to do.
You must live with your deeds, but do not be troubled by them, brother.
Oh? And why not?
You were given an impossible problem. Do not blame yourself for failing to solve it.
I'm sure the dwarves would feel differently. This doesn't fix things.
No, but it is a start.
Cool, so we can come on around,
Find a
drop the
brother.
chain.
That Svartalfheim slag we collected could be of considerable use in the hands of Brock or Sindri.
The bird is there. I'm going to send this to the top. Back on across. I'm afraid there's no fast climb.
Whoa, nice.
And that'll take you to the legendary chest.